Tonight, as a guest, I put words on paper, as it never gets easier for me to talk. Most times my heart and my eyes want to speak more than my words do. Shalom. I also acknowledge the custodians of this land, the Bunurong Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and I pay my respects to the elders past and present, their future generations, who inherit this country, their stories and their traditions. I'm a visitor here to this country. I am Yaru, Lungagidja and Wunish Gagajru. And I also want to acknowledge another First Nations brother here tonight, Benson Sulu, and I acknowledge the tireless work that this land is and always will be Aboriginal land. And it is on these sacred lands, this sacred continent, that my people have walked for 60,000 years, and that we gather here tonight upon shared humanity and a deep reflection. But tonight, I also acknowledge another people, another ancient, resilient people who have suffered deeply, you, the Jewish people. To the Jewish people here today in Caulfield and across this nation and across the world, I see you, I hear you, and I believe you. And I'm deeply sorry for the pain and the suffering your community has endured over the past 18 months. The heartbreak, the loss, the unrelenting trauma on what happened on October 7 was nothing short of a modern-day pogrom. And what has followed here in Australia, the anti-Semitism, the silence, the hatred, is utterly disgusting. And whilst all of this is happening, sadly we all know there are still 59 hostages still being held in Gaza. No people, no child, no family should ever be subjected to the horrors you have faced, nor the vile reactions that followed. To see your grief mocked, your trauma denied, your identity vilified, it has broken my heart multiple times. I say to you clearly, I stand with you, I agree with you, and I will fight beside you. I stand for truth, for justice, and for the dignity of every Jewish life. Last year I travelled to Israel, your homeland, a land that is not just a place on a map, but a living story of your people. I walked the soil of your ancestors. I saw your people who have risen from the ashes of history. They continue to stand proud, rooted and free. I see you, I believe you. I believe you when you say that you're Indigenous to the land of Israel, not as colonisers, as some disgracefully claim, but the rightful heirs to the ancient land, from the ruins of Solomon's temple to the resilience of Masada. Your connection is undeniable. You are the descendants of David, who stood against Goliath, and you continue to stand against odds that seem insurmountable. The world may try to rewrite your history, but I see you holding firm. You never ceded your sovereignty. You reclaimed your language, your land, your peoplehood, and you remind us all of what survival really looks like. I see you, I believe you. I see you, Jewish Australians who have fought for this country's freedom and prosperity. Over 8,000 Jewish diggers have served in the Australian Defence Force. You've helped build this nation on the battlefield, in medicine, education, science, business, law and beyond. Sir John Monash wasn't just a Jewish Australian, he was one of our greatest ever Australians. The Jewish people don't tear things down, you build, you create, you uplift. I see you, I believe you, and I see you as a model of Indigenous empowerment. After 2,000 years of exile, you returned to your homeland. You revived your culture. You now live your truth openly and proudly. As a First Nations woman, that gives me hope. You embody self-determination and you are the epitome of decolonisation. You remind me what it means to never give up. I also see you carrying the values of Tukanolong, the call to repair the world. You do not hoard your blessings, you share them. From medical breakthroughs to humanitarian aid, your contributions heal lives well beyond your own borders. I see you, I believe you. I see you, survivors of the Holocaust. You emerge from the humanity's darkest hour with a vow, never again. And you rebuilt. You live, you love, you raise your families, you teach the world what strength really looks like. I see you, Jewish lawyers like the late Ron Caston, Jim Spiegelman, and Jeffrey Shule KC, who stood by us Aboriginal Australians in our own fight for our land, human dignity and civil justice. You helped us dismantle the lie of terra nullius, land belonging to no one. You lifted us First Nations people when few others did. And I remember the late Barry Cohen, a proud Jewish Labour minister, who said he was obsessive about racism. Barry wore that obsession like a badge of honour, and he fought for Aboriginal and Jewish rights with passion and conviction. He saw our own struggles as intertwined, because they are. I see you, I believe you, and yet despite all of this, you are now under attack, right here in Melbourne. The levels of anti-Semitism that we are witnessing are not just vile, they are dangerous. Jewish students afraid to wear their uniforms, hiding their beautiful Magen David, their Jewish identities, families hiding their mesuas, the sickening swastikas scrawled in your suburbs, businesses being boycotted, synagogues bombed and defaced, and politicians, yes, politicians, giving hate a platform. As a former senator myself, let me be clear. There is a political party, and we all know which one it is, that have disgraced themselves, and they have given anti-Semitism a megaphone and cloaked it in the language of justice. They have endorsed candidates who do not belong anywhere near our Australian Parliament. They spew hatred and division while pretending to stand for peace. They do not understand that this is Australia. They do not love this country, nor our values. Do they not realise that the freedoms that they abuse were paid for in blood by Australians of all background, including Jewish Australians, who laid down their lives for this country? I am appalled. I'm ashamed that this is what politics has become. I say to those candidates, you do not stand for progress, you stand for hatred, and I will call you out every single time. You do not get to erase Jewish pain. You do not get to decide which people deserve safety and respect. To those who scream for freedom while denying the Jewish peoples theirs, I say this: they are all on the wrong side of history. To the Jewish community, you are not alone. You never will be alone. Not while I have a voice, not while I draw breath. I see you, I hear you, and I believe you. And most importantly, I believe in you. I'm Israel High. The people of Israel live. The Jewish spirit lives. The Jewish legacy thrives. You have faced every Goliath, and still you rise. May the source of strength be blessed. The ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say amen.